look at the things that are going on and the pain and suffering and say, this need not be, so guide me to help me know how I can be an instrument of healing in this moment. I want you to think about that. You know, if, as it says there, as he says, I am free. I love this. I am free to let go of wanting and getting, having and losing, worrying, denying, all of which require me to narrow my mind. I'm free of that. I am free of that. And you go, but then I won't have, I won't get, I won't have. No, I think you possibly will have more when you let go, or you will recognize that you have more because you'll finally see what is there instead of what you've made of it. As the Course says, you would be as God created you instead of what you've made of yourself. Wouldn't you rather know, as the Course, as metaphysicians often say, you know, in truth, we're just a drop in the ocean. We're a drop of water in the great massive ocean. And when we finally let go of this experience of separation, we don't lose ourselves in the water. We become the ocean. Well, that's the same thing here. That kind of makes sense to us. We kind of go, ooh, even in that one, I don't know if any of you watch White Lotus, but the last season of White Lotus was kind of about recognizing beyond all the guy who had lots of money and had already kind of ruined his life and ruined his family's life, and nobody knew it, but he was touched by this idea that we're also interconnected at the very end. We don't know what happened to him, but we know that he was going to have to go back and look at this world that he had made yet again and find a way for healing. And one of the last things was just that he said how much he loved everybody. And that reminded him as they were sailing away, is that he was the ocean. He saw the splashes and he realized he wasn't just a drop anymore. He belonged to everybody. If we start recognizing we belong to that ocean, then we're going to stop wanting to do destructive things to that ocean and to each other and simply to ourselves. Today, I will notice each time my mind tightens. What a great thing. You can relax your mind or not, it says. So how do I do it? I become aware when my mind is tight. For if the divine is real, then I actually can rest in the truth, right? What a beautiful thought. I can rest in this moment. Nothing needs to be done right at this moment. And there is nowhere else I need to be at this moment, and nothing else I must have. So when we wake up in the morning, we should say, do I want a clenched hand or an open hand? Do I want to hold on to the hot potato or let it go? Do I want to recognize who I am and say to all of the things that are opposite to that, all of the fearful thoughts, this need not be? Do I want to know my Father's love for me? That is really or my Father's purpose for me. There's so many things.